It's a McInnes Division matchup at Cody Arena. The Glen Panthers are in town to face the 2-0 Livingston Lancers next on the NFHS Network.
He's going to take it himself for a championship.
A double play, wins it from Frazier.
Jordan to the end zone. What a catch. McInnes on touchdown.
Into the layup goes at the buzzer.
Elijah wins it. The championship.
Welcome to West Orange, New Jersey, and the South Mountain Reservation Complex at Cody Arena. I'm Jacob Dorn on play-by-play. I'm joined by Ryan Lowry on color and Lachlan Muhammad on camera. And today we have a inter-division, McInnes Division matchup, Livingston Lancers, Glen Panthers. Ryan, tell us about our players next.
Well, Jacob, today's players to watch are the men between the pipes. They're both very experienced. We're going to talk first about the hosting Livingston Lancers as Justinas Sanders on Saturday, the most recent competition, to propel the Lancers record to 2-0. He went 30 for 31, only allowing one goal, his second goal allowed of the season. That includes 30 saves out of 31 shots on target. As I said, only 2 goals allowed. So far, he is 50 for 52 with a .962 save percentage on the season. In his career, he's got a save percentage of .942, but this year has really propelled his statistics to a higher level. Many players on Livingston have said it. They're starting to get that Turbin vibe out of Justinas Sanders. 2 years of backing him up. He knows what to do when it comes to being one of the best in the NJIIHL and the state of New Jersey. And on the other side, we're going to talk about the Glen Panthers, a small school out of Bergen County, New Jersey. One of just 2 Bergen County hockey clubs competing in NJIIHL competition. Aiden Alvino is 16 for 18 with an .889 save percentage in a game played, but we also have more goalkeepers as well on top of that. Glen runs a double goalkeeping duo, Jacob, as we mentioned, which is the most interesting part of their roster. That also includes who is expected to start today, Luke Brassill. He is not a freshman like Alvino, but a sophomore with an .880 save percentage in 3 games played in his career.
Yeah, Brassill has had a rocky start to the season, giving up those 7 goals against the Governor Livingston New Providence Highlanders. That was last Friday. Tell us about each team's top skater, Ryan.
Well, I mean, for Livingston, you just have to talk about how good Silva and Schultz have been. Silva had the key goal. He escaped the Lancers out of a very tough matchup versus a very strong Public Seaside within Governor Livingston New Providence in divisional play. Not only that, Schultz with the hat-trick to open up the season versus Rowan Brennan's Verona Glen Ridge Hillbillies, and another divisional matchup. Those are the 2 wins that the Lancers have had on this season. And my star on the ice for each game coming from the skater side. And on the other side, we have to talk about a phenomenal Braden Van Sickle, the senior forward, 19 career goals and 12 assists, totaling to 31 points.
And Van Sickle is the captain of this Glen Panthers squad. Hook drop is in 90 seconds. We'll be right back on the D1 Mapro page on the NFHS Network. Welcome back to Cody Arena.
They should go back on okay. What's the charge for this?
It's under here. It's in here. It's not. Should we go off here and go back on here?
No. It's fine.
It's alongside the mic. That's also the mic charger for me, though. I use that for the mic.
Another one in this.
Okay.
One
You sure?
Same thing.
Okay. You sure?
Watch the start time.
Okay.
Cause y'all be going off. Yeah, this way you go.
Let's play hockey. Lancers and Panthers. Rematch of the 2020 McInnes Cup Championship. Ryan, you want to quickly tell us about some of our keys to the game?
Jacob, these two teams have been looking phenomenal so far this season. If we take a look at the keys to the game, of course, Glen is definitely not on the same side as Livingston. They even mentioned it themselves, saying that they have to start fast and they have to start strong if they want to keep up with this fierce Livingston side. And they have to match their intensity as well. Livingston's intensity, they've just been so fierce in practices and in regular season competitions this game, and they don't give up as well. And they're also youthful, and they're ready to go. And they've also passed a torch of dominance from last season in McInnes regular season play. So that's what Glen has to keep up with. And for Livingston, they just got to cycle the puck down low and just control while they are putting on the pressure, getting the pucks deep.
This is the Lancers team that's really been rehauled and revamped with a lot of freshmen getting playing time this year. Glenrock, a similar situation, graduated a lot of their top players last year. They're playing a lot of underclassmen. Some players missing from the lineup today, including freshman Michael Daly, junior Jack O'Connor. Hockey underway at Cody Arena. A ref goes flying right off the faceoff, and Glenrock will chip it in. No icing as it was played past the red line. Conklin tries the move, and he will fight for it in the corner. Picked up behind the net, and it will be chipped to the side by Schultz. Matthews Ox, there's one of the freshmen I was talking about. He'll play it ahead, and it'll be sent right back in off a poor pass. Glenrock, nice play. Shot from the high slot is swallowed up by Sanders. That was from number 9, Parker Dupuis.
Jacob, we're moving quickly off the bat. Both players on each other's teams are getting ready to go, and they're playing fierce hockey. We saw right off the bat with that whistling crowd screaming after the reaction of the puck drop.
Well, the ref went flying off the opening face-off. I'm not sure what happened. He just blew a tire, but something I haven't seen before. Puck's played into the corner, and behind the net will be Brady Peck on it. He's forced into the wall and held there by Zales. Played to the other side. Alex Selvin races to get it. Shipped ahead and sent back in deep, and Zales will fight for this puck and not be able to get it out. Sent on goal from the wall by Peck, and Sanders swells up for his second save of the night.
Our apologies for the scoreboard technical difficulties. However, first period, we're just 1 minute in. No worries, folks. So we're going to hide the clock, and we're going to keep you updated on the clock for the time being. But we're very happy to have you here at Richard J. Cody Arena at the South Mountain Reservation, Jacob. Great night for hockey.
Glenrock wins the face-off back, sent in deep Selvin lost it, found it too late, and it will be picked up by Brandon Van Sickle. He lost it, and now Selvin moving out the other way. Pass a little too far for Silva, but Tarasuk speeding his way in, and he'll pick it up in the corner. Tarasuk back to the point. Zales, patient, throws it into the corner, and it will be Sean Chen to try to fight for it. Selvin at the point. Selvin waits for a lane to open, and he'll fire too late, too wide. Silva tries to make a move. Net came off its moorings.
Jacob, 13:26 now left to go in the first period. We're obviously trying to deal with the technical difficulties, but we're very happy to be here today once again at Richard J. Cody Arena. And once again, we're expecting a lot of pressure coming from Livingston so far to begin the game. However, Glen Rock has been doing a phenomenal job this year putting shots on net, as we have seen.
Panthers clear, and it will be played back and ahead again. Chipped into the zone by Cassesi. He'll pick it up, but not for long. It rolls right off his stick and will be picked up and carried ahead by Dupuis. Dupuis with a great stick lift to continue on and get it to his line mate, Finn Whelan. Played across and not enough speed on Cassesi's legs to get to that puck. To the point, a drive on, takes a funky deflection behind the net. Nobody knows where it is. And finally, it will be picked up and carried out by Cassesi and Schultz. Conklin sends it in off a skate of Colin Redmond and wide of cage. Turned over, Chen fires, and it's blocked aside by Brassel. Great pass, Zales, and it's swallowed up. A fancy snag with the glove. Swift by Brassel.
12:24 left to play here in the opening period, Jacob. And as we've seen so far, this Glen Rock roster, we actually spoke to head coach Portis in his 5th season. They're playing with a slim roster. They have 3 players out today who are sick, alongside a small roster already. Jacob, it's a small school. It's actually combined with the middle school in town. Glen Rock, actually a borough in New Jersey. This team has had its years of success and its love for hockey. This year, the school still loves hockey, as there's a hard hit, and they're ready to play. However, not as many players interested in playing on the ice this year.
Ryan Zales with a punishing blow. Glen Rock does keep possession, though. That's the most important thing, and it'll be into the corner for Peck. Peck turns it over. Silva chips it ahead. Sean Chen will pick it up off the wall, and Chen moves to the center of the ice. It's a partial 2-on-1. Chen has it knocked off his stick by the senior defenseman Colin Redmond. He has been one of the most dominant players in this program's recent history. Racking up 27 points in his 3 seasons coming into this year, 3 seasons plus 2 games. Glen Rock is 0-1-1 heading into this game. They lost 7-5 to Governor Livingston, New Providence.
But as I mentioned, Jacob, this Glen Rock team has still had a great start. They've been playing good hockey. They had a beautiful 3rd period comeback where they made the Governor Livingston blow out a very close game. So their record may deceive you, but they are a very talented hockey team, and they've had a strong start for a winless squad.
Shot from the wall by David Weinrib is gloved and held on to by Brazel.
It's hard to believe, Jacob. It's been 2 seasons since these 2 teams took each other on in the finals of the McInnes Cup. What a cup final that was. We got to go all the way back to the COVID year, Jacob, where hockey was a shortened season of only a month and a half.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like that long ago, but it really was. And that was a game Livingston dominated for the most part, but that was Mac Alvino in goal for the Glen Rock Panthers. 40 for 40 on the shutout. Punishing hit in the wall laid out by Plotnick. And the Panthers will break out. 3-on-3 they go. Centering play broken up by Plotnick. He'll regroup. Tries to play it back for Conklin, but it will be intercepted by Van Sickle. Shot from the point is blocked. And Redmond will pick it right up. Chipped in by Dupuis. Not enough for icing, so it will be played out and off the wall.
10:30 left to go in the first period, Jacob.
Chipped ahead by Cassesi, but right to a Panther. Redmond tries to send in off a skate in tight. Whelan. And Conklin will play it along the boards for Zales. Zales punches it ahead. Nice pass to Schultz. Schultz going 1-on-3. finds a man late Shen, and that will be defended well by a Glenrock stick and cleared out down the ice. That's not going to be enough for icing. So Zales is going to have to pick that up. He was kind of getting there lackadaisically a little bit, so I had to pick up his pace at the last moment.
Now under 10 minutes left to play in the first period. Once again, apologies for the scoreboard technical difficulties. We will keep you an update.
Redmond fires right on, and it is held on and saved.
We will
by
keep you.
Sanders.
We will keep you with an update of the time throughout the duration of at least the first period till we figure out what is going on. We might have to make some phone calls, Jacob, to the higher authority to figure this one out. But we promise we will keep you informed.
Livingston wins the face-off back, but it's knocked right to Colin Redmond. Redmond, a nice move to the point. Redmond moves in, tries to play the pass down low, but Peck wasn't aware of the intention from Redmond, and it'll be go all the way down and out, and Smith will just chip it ahead. Nowhere else to go, and so Selvin will have to play it right back in. Brassel leaves it for Redmond. Redmond, it seems, has been out there for very long time, Ryan. Not a ton of defensemen on this Glenrock roster. Chip behind the net. Played to the front and broken up. Sent back to the top. Smith's shot is broken up. And it will be played by Tarasuk along the wall. His shot's deflected out of play.
8:50 left to play in the first period, Jacob, and for Glenrock, their next competition, just 2 days from today on Friday, they are at Wayne Hills, so a decent trip for them. And on the other side, for the Livingston Lancers, you know, both these teams are playing very tough schedules in McInnes. Livingston now has to take on Summit on Friday at 6:30 p.m., so both these two teams are really taking on tough in and out of conference competition throughout the season's duration. You see Livingston's out of conference schedule. They have Ridgewood, they have Passaic Tech, an up-and-growing program that's only 3-4 years old. Now they have a tough schedule.
Conklin goes sliding into the boards. Lancers can't get it out. Redmond will chip it back in. Redmond's been out there for a very long time. Lancers can't clear. Layla was the one who tried to knock it away. And that'll be an icing just not past the red line. Was, I believe, Dupuis when he cleared it in.
Livingston definitely holding much of the pressure. Glenrock, as I said, one of their keys to the game was intensity. They're definitely playing an intense hockey game, but I can't say they've really been keeping up with the speed of Livingston. We've seen Livingston, especially Schultz, we saw him on a 1-on-3, and he looked like he might have actually found a lane there, but he pulled out.
Schultz is one of the most talented players on this Livingston roster. He's named captain for a reason. Puck is played in deep. Redmond will just play it out, and it will hop by the stick of Friedman. Friedman chips it ahead off a player, and Cassesi will try to make a move by Redmond. Cassesi plays it across to Schultz. Schultz gets a backhand. Oh, just off the glove of Brazel. That was a sneaky shot. Schultz picks it up again in deep. He's bumped off the puck, and it'll go right to Brendan Visaki. Panthers chip in. Friedman will play it along the wall. Zox had it bounce off his stick, picked up by Peck. Peck plays it across. Wrister snagged by Sanders. That was Van Sickle.
Almost deflected as well. And one thing we have to mention here in the broadcast, Jacob, Lancers pick up a win. Congratulations to Coach Conklin, because he's due for his 200th win for the next big dub for the team.
So this next win would be, as you just said, 200 for Conklin. And, you know, in high school hockey, when you don't play 82 games like in the National Hockey League, you play 20, 25 maybe at most. That's a big accomplishment.
This year the season actually started later too. Last year the season started the end of November. This year it starts mid-December.
Zales takes a spill behind the cage. Whelan will play it there. Silva chips it back out. Not a super high-paced game early on. I'm sure Coach Conklin is not happy about that for Livingston.
Livingston has found the puck in the offensive zone, though, a lot, Jacob.
haven't scored yet. They've gotten some good shots off. Redmond. And he'll chip it ahead. And a bad turnover will be chipped up and controlled by Tarasuk. Tarasuk, a nice spin move. Tarasuk to the backhand, and it just chips off the net wide. And another play in front, tried to play off the back of Brassel. And he cannot, and now it's Whelan one-on-one with Selvin. Whelan beats Selvin, and he scores! Far side on Sanders, and the Panthers come out to the early lead. It's 1-0.
And the Panthers score with 6 minutes and 15 seconds left to play. As we said, Livingston has dominated possession only by a little bit. Glenrock then started to settle in. Not only are they matching the intensity, they have the 1-goal lead to begin the contest.
Sneaky shot from Finn Whelan. His 16th career goal for the senior. These stats are according to NJ.com. So Livingston now, for the second consecutive game, are going to need to respond after going down 1 early. Redmond will control off his skate. And he'll play it ahead. Turned over by Schultz. He'll wait for his team to get back on side. Schultz with a nice move, tries to play it across off the body, and when they score! A quick response is the first goal of his high school hockey career for Matthew Zox.
Jacob, Coach Conklin caught the puck. Zox is going to save that one. Livingston better bring out the wallets and buy more pucks because they just lost one today. Zox puts his first goal on the board in his high school hockey career and restarts the competition.
Wonderful job by Schultz to cut to the net. Zox chipped home the rebound. It was a bit of a broken play. Lancers take advantage. This game's tied up at 1. Very good response for this Lancer squad after going down 1 early.
Less than a half a minute divides the 2 goals, Jacob. 5:35 of play in the first period.
Botnick winds it around. Zox, Livingston's goal scorer, will chip it ahead. That will stay in play. And Schultz tries to sneak by Whelan. He cannot. That'll be sent back in. Not enough for icing as Whelan was past the red line. Conklin turns it over to Dupuis. Schultz will start the breakout. His teammates will go for a change. He'll carry in, gets a shot off. That's a tough one to handle for Brassel. And he will not control the rebound, but it will be played out. So no risk of another goal off a funky rebound.
That went off the face mask of the keeper as well.
Tarasuk playing in deep to cover for Zales. They'll turn it over. But it's turned right back over. Silva can't get a shot up. Another try chipped wide of the net by Tarasuk. Tarasuk in front and it's turned over. Tarasuk will chip it in deep again. Lancers are buzzing now. Silva for Selvin. Selvin a nice touch on the wall to control that puck. And he'll send it around the boards. Tarasuk lost it and it will be cleared down the ice. That's not going to be enough for icing. And Selvin will attempt to start the breakout.
That's an interesting thing. Jacob Selvin, usually an offender.
Nice move by Tarasuk, and his shot is stopped high by Brassel. Chen with a shot that took a deflection wide. Going flying into the net was Selvin. It came off its moorings. I was following the puck. I didn't see what happened there. We'll see if a penalty is called.
Looked like Selvin was actually pushed from our angle. 4:02 left to play in the first period. As I was saying, Jacob, speaking of Selvin, he's actually really been transferred into a defenseman. Usually see him on the offensive lines for the Lancers. Last year we saw his prominence in the playoffs.
Played defense for his first few years in high school. Did move to forward a little bit last year during the playoffs. Scored that big goal against Westfield, of course.
He was prominent up top, Jacob. That was really his high school position.
Another turnover and a turnaround shot from Schultz. Doesn't go. Zox fighting for the puck behind the net. Schultz tries to get a whack at it. Coming the other way. He cannot. Lancers will force the puck. Not quite enough in deep, and it'll be chipped in by Parisi. Conklin lost it. Played it to the wall. Redmond takes a fall, and the Panthers will keep it in. Shot is blocked down by Conklin, who will chip it out. Not quite. And now on the second attempt, Zox will get it out. Nice move by Schultz. Schultz leaves it for Cassesi. Cassesi was on his offhand, couldn't quite control the puck. Redmond spin move behind the net. Zales holds it in. His shot is blocked into the corner. Cassesi fighting for it. Behind the net, it's Scharf, and he can't quite get a handle on it. And it will be Redmond now. Played to Van Sickle. You know, I mentioned this earlier, with the limited amount of defensemen, Ryan, Redmond has been on the ice quite a bit in this first period. Glen are already limited in defensemen in the first place, and two of their guys, in Daly and O'Connor, are not in the lineup today. They're both sick. Dupuis carries it out. Dupuis with a nice move into the offensive zone. Tries to chip it short side. He almost snuck it through, but Sanders able to get there. Scharf turns it over, but Lundrock was changing, so Redmond had to just chip it back in. Zales will gather his troops and they'll move out. Sent in by Layla.
Minute 45 left to play in the opening period.
Shen saw a defenseman was there, but it was actually Layla, and he was going off for a change. Puck's played in, and off the blocker of Sanders.
Jacob Livingston, very prominent of Sanders. They said he's ready to take the helm. He worked well with Turbin. Many say he could even match Turbin.
He's been wonderful this year for Livingston. Of course, led up his first period goal. Terrace too. He's got speed and skill. Tries to go for the wraparound and defended wonderfully by Redmond. The ref got in the way, and we hear boos from the Livingston crowd. Puck bounced on. Redmond behind the net. Played to the front. Behind the net, Whelan. He's the goal scorer for the Panthers. And Conklin will try to chip it out. Final minute of play in period number 1. Two guys for Livingston go flying into each other. Van Sickle takes a stumble, and Schultz tries to carry out, but he'll lose possession. Selvin tries a hit. Whelan fighting for it again. His shot on is stopped and held on to by Justinus Sanders.
Jacob, we saw the formulation of a play with Van Sickle, just couldn't hold his footing on the ice. That really gives Livingston a break, and obviously Sanders with a huge save. 40 seconds left to play here in the opening period. I'm assuming Coach Conklin, just like the last contest, would like to cut the ice between 2 and 3.
That would make sense. When we talked about it in that game, Ryan, how this makes a little bit more sense. Give your players extra rest after they played 2 periods instead of after 1.
It used to be between 1 and 2, Jacob, as a definite here at Cody Arena.
Icing call on Livingston.
I mean, Jacob, how about the start of the Lancers season? I mean, although their opener was technically an away game, they're playing here at Cody Arena until the ice ball competition. The start of the regular season is all here at the main rink in West Orange, so lucky start for them. Can't get too comfortable, though. They're playing 2 to 3 games at the Ice Vault, like they did last year, where they saw their first loss of a great start to the season versus St. Joe's Montvale of the Gordon.
Assessi starts the break out to Zales. Good stick almost by Whelan, but Zales will carry ahead. Sharp angle shot, and the net will come off its moorings just barely, so play will be stopped. There will be an offensive zone face-off for the Lancers. I don't believe that was intentional, like we've seen from Matt Murray of the Toronto Maple Leafs in the National Hockey League this year.
12 seconds now left to play in the first period. Livingston's goal. That's really big for a young man like Matthew Zox, but it's also really big for the team because they had a tough run coming back versus Governor Livingston New Providence, and I'm sure that wasn't the aim going into the second period for them, dealing with it once again.
Dupuis picks up the puck off sides. Peck didn't realize how much that puck was bouncing. And it was just off sides. .7 to go in this period. It's practically over with a face-off in the neutral zone.
Jacob Glenlock had to make the 30-minute trip out here on a Wednesday evening. They're not going to be home till 10:30, 11 o'clock. Makes sense. Why not too big of a crowd on their side? And obviously, Lancer student section brought in the big guns.
That will do it. Period number 1. Panthers, Lancers, tied at 1. We'll be back in a few minutes on the D1 Media page and the NFHS Network.
Screen pass out in the flat, caught, and it's a touchdown for St. Peter's. O'Donnell swinging away, puts it over the shortstop's head. That's a base hit. It'll score 1. Faraz on his way home. Throw in is not in time. Going quickly, Bullock takes the snap, throws to the far side. Wide open touchdown.
In there, called strike 3 looking. Mulcahy strikes out the side. He's perfect through 2.
Now up ahead for the Marauders. Here comes Penguins. They score! Michael Benkovich for St. Peter's Prep. Bounced on the ground to short. Faraz Fields flip to O'Donnell 1. Throw on to first in time for a double play. Just we'll look back out there for the Marauders. He takes the snap. Looking over the middle. Has a man. Can he scores? Reels it in. 35. Stick on to defenders. 2 on to the 20. Once again, hit in the air to deep center field. Sicka moving on the back at the wall. It's gone! Ellis Reed with a 2-run blast. And the Marauders have a 6-0 lead.
St. Peter's Prep has the best coverage for its student athletes. Why don't you? One of New Jersey's premier high school basketball teams gets their coverage from D1 Media Pro, and it goes like this.
Finds Floyd to tie things up. Tie game! 62 apiece. 90 seconds. Floyd attacking and throws it down. Corey Floyd. A missed opportunity down low behind the back to Bueno and one. Lawrence with Floyd. He'll lob it up. And a slam. It's too low for Dunn. Wilcher to Floyd. Lays it in and one on the lob. Thought about the three. Drives baseline. Oh, what a start for Corey Floyd. Here with Corey Floyd after a tough start. Wilcher, 3. Got it! Simeon Wilcher is fired up! And Simeon Wilcher all alone with the flush. Out here with Simeon Wilcher. And a pass taken away by Marshall. And he'll throw it down. Tosses it ahead to Valencia. Sering driving and throws it down. He can't get around and a turnover. Corey Floyd has it. Step through, lay in, through the basket. Marcus Cerroti here with Roselle Catholic head coach Dave Boff. Dave, you're coming up.
Now it's your time to join.
The North Jersey Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute is the preferred practice for diagnosis and orthopedic treatment in New Jersey. Our focus includes sports injuries, as well as the treatment of a broad range of orthopedic complaints, from common tendon ailments and arthritic joint pain to traumatic injuries. Our facility offers an on-site physical therapy suite, in conjunction with specifically designed exercise programs, non-invasive and advanced healing technology. Specialist Dr. Michael Rusinella utilizes non-surgical and minimally invasive surgical procedures to help patients regain back their quality of life.
The middle, barreling towards the goal line. Baldwin is in for a Vance touchdown.
Right down the middle, man. Just got
And he keep going in. The
ball's loose.
And they hop back on it, and that's a touchdown. Short punt, bounces at the 35. Fielded at the 40 by Quick. Out to the corner. He's got blockers and a lot of green grass in front of him. Cuts back. He's in for a touchdown.
Swing pass in the flat.
If he gets to the corner, he's going to get in the end zone.
Touchdown.
Good job, block. 3rd down and 17. A handoff. Getting to the outside. There's a hole. There's a first down. And all the way to the races is Elijah McWilliams to the house for a touchdown and for an IMEC for a division championship.
Welcome back to Cody Arena. For second period hockey between the Panthers and Lancers, we are locked up at 1 after the first frame of action. Ryan, I don't think it was as intense of a period as either coach would have wanted.
Well, it started off very physical. You heard the place whistle. It was that loud for the first minute. Then it just started to settle in, Jacob. It's been a really skillful game. We've seen Schultz, although he doesn't have a goal to his name so far yet today, he only has the 3 goals at the beginning of the season in game number 1. He's been very skillfully sound today. Alongside that, this Glen Rock team has been connecting on their passes. That's been very impressive as well. A few slip-ups, but they've been connecting on their passes, and they've been alluding to their keys to the game just brilliantly. A special thank you to everyone here at Richard J. Cody Arena at the South Mountain Reservation in West Orange, Essex County, New Jersey. A special thank you to Mr. Joseph N. DiVincenzo Jr., the chairman of the Essex County Board of Commissioners of Parks and Recreation. Of course, a special thank you as well to the man behind the desk, Mr. Steve Ruggiero, not only the assistant coach of Verona Glen Ridge, but also the manager here at Cody Arena.
Period 2 is underway, and it will be Schultz who wins the faceoff back for the Lancers and played ahead. Schultz tries to punch it ahead, but it will be picked up by Whelan. Whelan's shot is blocked aside easily, tries the play in front again, took a funky bounce, and Cassesi will just have to chip it out.
Jacob, as we expected, Coach Conklin decides he wants to cut the ice at the conclusion of this period, so we will see a longer intermission coming up after these next 14 minutes and 32 seconds of play.
Cassesi's shot is blocked away by Redmond. Chipped out, and Conklin will glove it down. Conklin will backhand it in deep. No icing, waves the official. Puck takes a bounce all the way to Conklin, who will send it in past the red line. No one there for Livingston. Glenrock on the breakout. It's Parker Dupuis with a beautiful touch, and he gets by Selvin. Shen punches it ahead. Tarasuk tries a move on Redmond, cuts up. He fires and whistles it high at the net. Fresh off the bench is Mason Parisi. Parisi chips in, wide of cage. Zales, wonderful job to strip him of the puck. But it comes all the way back around to Redmond. Tarasuk will chip it ahead. Play to number 11, Zach Silva. He's been wonderful the past year and 2 games for the Lancers.
Well, Jersey Sports Zone said it best as we now have an icing call. Silva saved Livingston last game. They played a tight one versus Governor Livingston, New Providence.
Game winner with about 4 minutes left.
Yeah, Jacob, that co-op program came in ready to play, and they are just, in total, this season, they're up for contention in McInnes. What's so interesting this year is that, I mean, I know it's very early, but it's likely going to be a long, long time till we can solidify who's favored in the McInnes.
Third line out there for the Lancers, and it will be Ben Diamond to chip it ahead and right into the glove of Brasso, so they'll have a face-off once again.
We can talk about this all day, Jacob, who's going to win the McInnes. And, we actually were talking about it off air, who we think's going to win it. And, just the results day after day have really changed our minds drastically.
Livingston has, obviously is up there. Westfield's always in contention as that puck is off the skate of Diamond. Diamond will chip it in deep once again.
Jacob, Westfield.
And then you got teams like Summit, who have been all right to start the year, but you definitely have a lot of talent.
Well, we just saw them prior to this contest lose 2-0.
Wrister from the point by Conklin is blocked, and the team that really surprised in a poor way last year in the West Essex Caldwell Knights And they've been red hot to start the year. Oh, a shot that took a deflection off Conklin. Conklin's driven hard into the boards. Sharp with a touch pass. Lancers can't get it out. Kicked ahead and back to center ice, and it will be cleared in by Brandon Visacki. Dupuis with the strip. Puck took a bounce off the stick of Conklin. Dupuis' backhand try off the side of the net. Comes back to the point. Redmond steps into a shot. Rebounds there, but Sanders will hold on. Christina Sanders has been excellent early on this year. We talked about him in the pregame, talked about this game. And he does a good job finding the rebound there off the hard shot from Redmond. Off the face-off, Whelan tries a blast, and it's partially blocked. Chipped ahead to Schultz. Schultz can't get it ahead. Batted back in deep by Visacki. Zales chips it ahead to Zox. A couple Z players on Livingston. You don't see a lot of Z last names. Livingston has two. I'll try one time in the high slot, misses, and a soft wrister from the point by Redmond.
Sanders hand-eye coordination. Jacob Sanders hand-eye coordination. You really can't compare. He just brilliantly reads the puck from all different sides of the ice. We were talking earlier, Jacob, the contest before this one, West Essex Caldwell with the big 2-0 win against Summit. That's going to shake up my predictions, Jacob. West Essex Caldwell, they struggled last year, but they showed their talent in the later stages with a big win versus Governor Livingston New Providence in the first round of McInnes.
That shot is blocked. Another try chipped wide of net and will be picked up by Parisi behind the net, sends it in front of Beck, and that will be chipped wide. Peck at it again. Peck into the corner for Parisi. Parisi tries to work the cycle. No one's there, but Van Sickle will get there eventually. Nice move to maneuver behind the net. Tries to center. Comes back to the point. Off a stick. Silva tries the strip, and nothing going for Livingston. That's really been this whole period so far. It's just nothing going. It's been all Panthers. Dupuis will send it in. Selvin gets a piece over with his stick. He can't clear. Silva with a steal. His dump try off a stick. And now Tarasuk will head up in the neutral zone. Looking to get something going for Livingston. Anything going, really.
Jacob, what we're seeing up top, Silva is acting like the plumber for Livingston right now. He is totally in control of the pressure. He's doing the dirty work. He's giving me that Miles Wood edge to this team.
Puck sent in. Sanders holds it behind the net for his defenseman, Plotnick. Schultz chips it ahead. Tries to work by Redmond. Redmond's a big body, tries to drive Schultz in the board. A couple captains working at it. Smith. Can't work it quite ahead, and the Lancers will send it right back in. Redmond seems all of his touches are nearly perfect on the puck. And that'll be a deflection into the bench. A little over 5 minutes to go in this second period, and it's really been all Glenrock, Ryan. Not a ton of stoppages, though.
I mean, Glenrock, they've been matching the intensity at certain points, but for both teams, really nothing's been going. I mean, Glenrock's goal, it was very impressive. For Livingston, we saw Zox rip his first goal of the season. Took an interesting funk into the goal.
A goal is a goal, though, Ryan.
Absolutely.
You'll take anything you can get. Zox was pumped after that first high school goal. Cassesi almost steals it away.
Zox, only a freshman, getting himself on the board for Livingston. Found terrific spacing as well.
He's getting good ice time with Captain Schultz, who really did a lot of the dirty work on that goal. Schultz, another play to the front. It's poked behind the net. Cassesi picks it up, has to work around an official. All the way back the other side. Plotnick lets it rip. Rebounds blocked in front, and it will come out. Conklin does a good job to hold his own. Not for long, though, as it will be sent out past the racing Whelan and to Plotnick. Plotnick, though, turns it over to Dupuis. we'll turn it right back over. Panthers on the offensive, though, with Whelan. He'll chip it in deep. Botnick ahead. Zox can't get it out past the big body of Redmond. Chipped out. Zox bats it down. I don't believe that was intentional. He'll send it in. And Zox and Schultz will finally get off the ice. Change is completed. Sanders places to the wall. Chen gets it ahead. He's looked good so far this season, playing with a couple of very talented players in Igor Tarasuk and Zach Silva. Here's Redmond racing in. Redmond holds, fires from the sharp angle. Rebound goes wide of the cage, and now it's a possible 3-on-2 the other way. Redmond will get back. But it's Tarasuk with the cutback and the shot, and that is whistled wide of the net. Zales holds the zone. A Let's Go Lancers chant starts as Silva steals. Silva to the outside, fires from the sharp angle, and that goes high and wide of the cage. Almost a nice play on the cycle. Selvin plays it to the front. Tarasuk didn't realize pass was coming.
Look at Livingston feeding off of the energy of the student section. As the cheer starts, a little feistiness up top and some good pressure turning it over by Silva. As I said, Silva, the plumber today, putting on a lot of pressure, delivering the hard hits and a lot of the pressure.
Nice play by Zales. Gets it to Schultz, whose shot is blocked by the big Colin Redmond. Cassesi chips it behind the net into the corner for Schultz. Cassesi out in front of Zox, and he just misses. Everyone on this side of the left side of us thought that was a goal. Parents standing up. I thought it was a goal for a moment as well. Dupuis tripped up, no call. Zales picks it up, sends it around to Cassesi.
6:40 left to go in the middle period.
Zox waxing in deep. Smith will chip it ahead and out, and Conklin trying to beat Tommy Karatza to the puck, and he will. And Schultz, nice job, hard off the boards, down the ice. Not enough for an icing, and Schultz will get off for a change. Tarasuk on. Played ahead. Conklin on the puck, soft touch. Tarasuk fires wide of the net. Very nice read by Tarasuk, who realized that puck was bouncing and just waited for it to settle down a little more before he got that shot off. Conklin sweeps ahead. Only to Karatza. He'll fire. That's blocked. 4 Lancers there. No Panthers, so they'll pick up the puck. And Silva in his skates gets it to Chen. Sean Chen cuts to the middle, in front, and it is off the skate of Tarasuk. Tarasuk in the front, and he whacks it home! A one-time blast from Igor Tarasuk. He scored in consecutive games. The Lancers lead 2-1.
Tarasuk with goal number 11 on his career. The Lancers take their first lead of the contest, Jacob. That's how you rally a crowd.
Turned over in the corner and a perfect pass. Tarasuk isn't missing from there. So the Lancers take their first lead of the hockey game, 2-1.
Jacob, these underclassmen are so impressive. Zox, just a freshman. Tarasuk, a speedy sophomore. Talk about the right place at the right time. It's because he puts himself there.
You can tell Glen is starting to lose some of their gas. They have a much shorter bench than Livingston, especially with 3 guys out already, even besides them having a smaller roster.
That gives them a bench of 8, Jacob, with 5:18 left to go in the middle period.
Puck's batted down with a high 6. It'll be an offensive zone face-off for the Lancers. That's a rule that I believe is only at the high school level. You can't do that chance starting up on the Livingston student section, even on a Wednesday night at an 8 p.m. start. Livingston draws a good crowd.
they've solidified the nickname Lancer Puck.
Here's a chance down low and a shot. Rebounds there. Another rebound. Bounces out. Selvin tries to work back. Great job by Zales to get there. It's batted down with a high stick. That'll be waved off as Sanders will play it. Great play along the wall by Schultz to force it ahead. And now it will be Zales. Zales with a drop. Cassesi shot. Tries to sneak it 5-hole. He can't. Lane's cleared for him. Cassesi tries to wind it the other way. Nobody there for Livingston. Livingston's goal being announced right now, and it is Igor Tarasuk who finished it. Dupuis, a nice try on the backhand, and it's gloved and held on to by Sanders.
You know, it's a good example in the making of a captain within Dylan Schultz. Schultz is off the puck contributions. He put on the body armor for Livingston. A fierce push into the boards there created a 3-on-2 run for the Livingston offense. Although the shot was denied by the great goalkeeping that we've been seeing from Brasso, that was just great creation.
Silva tries to send it ahead to Chen. Good vision as Chen will get on that puck and send it the other way behind the net. Silva checks behind his shoulder, tries to go the other way for Chen. Redmond can't clear. It's picked up by Friedman to the front, almost off a skating in, but it goes just wide. Conklin is knocked down, but he will get the puck in deep before it's turned over by Chen. Livingston holds. Nice play by Friedman. His shots easily gloved by Brasso.
3:51 left to go here in the middle period. Glen Rock last year a 7-9-4 record, including early exits from both the McInnes Cup and the first round of the Public C tournament. Livingston making the finals of both the McInnes Cup and the Public A tournament and losing a tough loss.
Shot by Silva is gloved by Brasso. He's made all the easy saves, all the saves that you'd expect to make, and a few more as well. Livingston's just been overall the more dominant team, especially you could really tell. Like I mentioned, that shorter bench is catching up to Glen Rock.
3:45 left to go in the middle period. As I was saying, Livingston, they made the finals of both tournaments they were in last year within the States and the conference tournament. However, when they made it to the finals, the saying was you can't crack Zach. Zach was cracked, and I don't think it was just because of him particularly. It was just the team's energy, almost just shocked by the level they've put themselves at all season. And they were wounded because they played Westfield a third time, a team that they were able to handle twice, and Westfield just came in guns blazing, ready to go, and they knew exactly what to expect from Livingston.
Shot is handled well. A tough one by Sanders. Smith at the point. Held them back in. Delayed stoppage there, as I believe it was Igor Tarasuk looking to just get a little drink. Wheeling. He's wheeling to the front. Rebounds there. Sanders covers. 3:09 to go in period number 2. Livingston looking to hold on to this lead, possibly add to it before
Sanders having a great game today, Jacob. He averages just a goal given up per game so far this year. So far, the Lancers hold a 2-1 lead in this 3-goal contest, and it's been thanks to Sanders punching the puck away on breakaways, as well as his brilliant hand-eye coordination, Jacob.
Sanders ends up coming to this game, .943 save percentage in 9 games in high school, 2 shutouts. That shot took a funky bounce behind the cage. Livingston's reeling a little bit now. Zales, though, gets his play off the puck. Redmond chips it in deep to the front, almost off a stick. And it is gloved on a shot from the sharp angle by Dupuis. And the Lancers survived that tough shift.
Jacob Justinas catching that puck glove side like he's trying to frame it as a catcher behind the dish on a baseball field. Baseball returns to New Jersey April 2nd this year. They delay it a day, and the postseason comes a week and a half earlier.
I believe April 2nd is a Friday, which might be the reason.
That is correct. Also, believe it or not, spring sports practice is starting the 13th this year, a little later.
That wrister from the high slot goes wide. Zales tries to play it around, takes a bounce, and the Lancers will finally get it out. There's a long shift in the defensive zone for them, and where Zales will regroup. Zales playing as a junior. He's been getting significant ice time, really since he was a freshman. Cassesi ahead to Zox.
Minute 50 left to go in the middle period now.
Good play by Cassesi to hold. Here's a play to the slot, is bumped off the puck is Zox. That was a nice idea from Schultz, though.
Zox having a great game. Jacob scored his first goal to tie the contest.
Shen is bumped off the puck. Schultz will pick it up, though. Played down low, and it will be knocked off the stick of Cassesi. Cassesi's had a tough time controlling the puck at points today. Has played well in general, though, as there's a harsh hit along the boards. But against Sean Chen, wraparound attempt, not quite from Silva. He'll turn it over. Gets it back in the high slot. Silva to Schultz, back to Silva. Bobbling puck, and he'll wait to get the touch. Turned over. Dupuis the other way. He'll go 1-on-3. He's deadly, though, Parker Dupuis. Final minute of play in the second period. Wheel into the front. Good play by Zox to break it up. Shot redirected in. Finn Whelan has 2. And the Lancers let up the tying goal with 30.9 to go.
Two points on the day for Whalen Jacob. 17 career goals. Glenrock ties the contest. Half a minute left to play in the middle period. And we saw him just standing right outside the crease off the redirect.
That was a pretty goal. And this game was locked up at 2 with 30.9 to go. So Livingston, rather than getting that insurance goal here in the second period, will let up a goal late. See if they can get something back. Silva, still 30 seconds to go. 20 now. Dupuis. Lost the puck. Lancers get it back. Silva lost the puck, tried to move on Redmond. He'll be sent in by Tarasu, who goes toppling over his own man. He gets up gingerly. Looks like he's okay. That will do, period. Number 2. We're all locked up at 2s after 2. We have the long break now. We'll be back in 15 minutes.
And you go to the air again, and they. And that's a touchdown. That's order. Gordon, back to pass. Gonna throw a deep ball, far side. Caught! Touchdown! Nasir Addison on the reception. And Irvington jumps out on top. It's 6-0 Blue Knights. 9:01 left to go here in the first quarter.
Oliver from the shotgun. Takes the snap. It's a passing play. They'll work easy to Phillips. Phillips got a lot of yards. He's to the 20. 10, 5, touchdown! Nice run there by Jake.
He drops back. Little pressure. He comes up. He throws it deep. And it's a flag on the play, along with the reception.
A lot of time to make a play.
Third down and long. There's a pass play, and it's intercepted. Eric Perez with the pick. Can he go to the house? He lost the ball. He recovered it. What's the sign?
That's Smothers saying, look at him go. He just broke through the whole defense.
That's right.
He looked like he's going to take that to the house right there. That's a touchdown. He didn't even come.
Touchdown Cougars.
That's the most dynamic play I've seen all year.
Number 3, Dylan.
screen pass out in the flat, caught, and it's a touchdown for St. Peter's. O'Donnell swinging away, puts it over the shortstop's head. That's a base hit. It'll score 1. Faraz on his way home. Throw is not in time. Going quickly, Bullock takes the snap, throws to the far side. Wide open, touchdown.
In there, called strike 3 looking. Mulcahy strikes out the side. He's perfect through 2.
Now up ahead for the Marauders. Here comes Penguins. They score! Michael Benkovich for St. Peter's Prep. Bounced on the ground to short. Faraz Fields flipped to O'Donnell 1. Throw on to first in time for a double play. Just we'll look back out there for the Marauders. He takes the snap. Looking over the middle. Has a man. Can he scores? Reels it in. 35. Stick on to defenders. 2 on to the 20. Once again. Hit in the air to deep center field. Sicka moving on the back at the wall. It's gone! Ellis Reed with a 2-run blast. And the Marauders have a 6-0 lead.
St. Peter's Prep has the best coverage for its student athletes. Why don't you? One of New Jersey's premier high school basketball teams gets their coverage from D1 Media Pro, and it goes like this.
Finds Floyd to tie things up. Tie game! 62 apiece. 90 seconds. Floyd attacking and throws it down. Corey Floyd. A missed opportunity down low behind the back to Bueno and long. Lawrence with Floyd, he'll lob it up for the slam. It's too low for Dunn. Wilcher to Floyd, lays it in and one on the lob. Thought about the 3, drives baseline. Oh, what a start for Corey Floyd. Rowdy here with Corey Floyd after a tough. Wilcher 3, got it. Simeon Wilcher is fired up. And Simeon Wilcher all alone with the flush. Here with Simeon Wilcher. And a pass taken away by Marshall. And he'll throw it down. Tosses it ahead to Valencia. Sering driving and throws it down. He can't get around and a turnover. Corey Floyd has it. Step through, lay in, through the basket. Marcus Rodi here with Roselle Catholic head coach Dave Boff. Dave, you're coming up.
Now it's your time to join.
The North Jersey Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute is the preferred practice for diagnosis and orthopedic treatment in New Jersey. Our focus includes sports injuries, as well as the treatment of a broad range of orthopedic complaints, from common tendon ailments and arthritic joint pain to traumatic injuries. Our facility offers an on-site physical therapy suite, in conjunction with specifically designed exercise programs, non-invasive and advanced healing technology. Specialist Dr. Michael Rusinella utilizes non-surgical and minimally invasive surgical procedures to help patients regain back their quality of life.
The middle, barreling towards the goal line. Baldwin is in for a Vance touchdown.
Right down the middle, man. Just got, and he keep going, and he
the ball's loose.
And they hop back on it, and that's a touchdown.
Short punt, bounces at the 35. Fielded at the 40 by Quick. Out to the corner. He's got blockers and a lot of green grass in front of him. Cuts back. He's in for a touchdown.
Swing pass in the flat. touchdown.
Good job, block. 3rd down and 17, a handoff, getting to the outside. There's a hole, there's a first down, and all the way to the races is Elijah McWilliams to the house for a touchdown and for an IMEC for a division championship.
We treat you like family.
5:15 left to go in the intermission while they cut the ice. A 2-2 tie scoreline between the two contests, Jacob. It's been an exciting one.
Yes, it has, Ryan. Of course, that late goal for Livingston really burns. It's been a problem that, if you're looking at the higher level, the New Jersey Devils have had recently, where they're just giving up late goals in periods. Let's hope that it doesn't burn Livingston the way it has burned the Devils in recent games. We'll be right back. Period 3 is underway, just 5 minutes away.
Over to Floyd, he's open, thought about the 3, drives, baseline. Oh, what a start for Corey Floyd! Free throw line, tries to dump a pass off, gets intercepted. Freeman all the way to the hole. Oh, what a block by Moore! Left to play in the 4th quarter. Cromartie, 3, got it! Davis probes in the corner, 3-pointer, up and down, Brown again! His 2nd straight 3. Roselle Catholic in a hurry. Wilcher, back to Bueno. He's going to try and tie it. And he does! Oh, big shots all around!
He can't get around, and a turnover. Corey Floyd has it. Step through, lay-in, build the basket!
Here's Kramer. Kramer walking in. Pass in front. They score! 5. Puck comes back out to the point. Gorski with a shot, and then they score! Slap shot for the point. Block the side. Here comes Ken Bishop walking in short-handed. He scores! Walk ahead for the Marauders. Here comes Bigwitz. They score! Michael Benkovich for St. Peter's Pup, and they lead it 3-2. The celebration is underway. The horn sounds, and the Glen Panthers are the McGinnis Cup champions. But that's going to do it. The revenge tour is complete. The Don Bosco Prep Ironmen are the Gordon Cup Conference champions.
Welcome back. Just over 90 seconds to go until we hit period number 3. in a locked game at 2-2 between the Glen Rock Panthers and the Livingston Lancers as the Panthers take the ice. Ryan, break down this game so far.
Well, so far, thank you. So far, it's been a back and forth effort. We saw Glen Rock crack the scoreline first. Livingston would respond very quickly. Zox's first career goal. And then we saw Livingston sit at the helm, get comfortable. They were able to put a second goal and take the first lead of the contest. They riled up the crowd, but Glen Rock scathed their way back into the contest with 30 seconds left to play in the middle period of action. Now they've cut the ice, Jacob, a fresh sheet for a fresh game, 2-2.
What do you think Coach Conklin was saying in that locker room? Tied 2-2, letting up that late goal, 31 seconds left.
I think Coach Conklin's, he's a very like down-to-earth man when it comes to what he sees. And he sees that this team is more talented than Glen Rock. He sees which lines are dominating this Glen Rock defense and causing problems, and he's going to put them on the ice the most this third period. And he's going to go, and I'm going to quote the New York Jets, all gas, no brakes. Because that's what they need to do.
Absolutely. I mean, player, obviously you want to score, but in my opinion, play your game. Just don't let the fact that it's tied in the third period change anything. If you get in the tie, you get in the tie. It's not a loss.
And Jacob, the great part about having a tied third period with both teams scoring 2 goals, you've seen which line is most comfortable because although ideally your top line should be the best, every day is different. You wake up on a separate side of the pillow every day, rather the left or the right, and we're really seeing that first line emerge with Zox, with the hard hitting of Schultz, but we're also seeing that second line come in key too. Silva has been the plumber. He has been doing the dirty work, so it's that first and that second line that we see Conklin do all year that definitely matches up with today. They just have to keep him on the ice for as long as possible for this period.
Silva's really done a great job these past couple years doing this, as you said, the dirty work, and he's got the skill to match as well.
Dean Portis in his 5th season, head coaching the Panthers of Glen Rock down in Bergen County. On the other side, Coach Conklin, year number 16. This would be win number 200.
They need to take this game first, Ryan. Period 3 is underway. Schultz wins the faceoff back a little too clean, and it will be picked up and sent around by Zales. Schultz picks it up, losing an edge was Karatza. Schultz walks in, shoots, and his blocker to side into the corner. Schultz picks it up behind the net, tries to center. Redmond back in deep. Redmond, I believe, got the primary assist on the game-tying goal for the Panthers and late in the second period. Really just a smart player sending it to the net, with Whelan cutting in front. Stolen by Whelan, looking for 3, and he gets it! It's a hat trick for Finn Whelan. Panthers lead early, 45 seconds in, it's 3-2. That was really created off a turnover by Livingston's defense.
Jacob, a wise man by the name of Coach Hay, once said the most dangerous teams are the teams with the limited and smaller rosters because they're forced to keep their best players out there for a longer amount of time. And we're seeing Whelan get a substantial amount of ice time, and he's taking advantage. Just 3 goals.
The hat trick. No hats came on the ice. And
Glen Rock had to make the over half-hour trip to get here. Not too many fans on a Wednesday night at 8 p.m. for a school hockey team, Jacob.
Unfortunately for Livingston, they really controlled much of that first shift, turned it over, and it's 3-2, just like that. Goals come just a minute and 15 seconds apart in game time. Whelan has all 3 for Glen Rock. He has really driven the play for them. Puck played to the high slot. Tarasu can't get a shot off. He whiffed. Ronan Dunn trying to force a play, and the Lancers will just chip it out. Picked up by Van Sickle. Van Sickle cutting in from the wing. Van Sickle goes wraparound. He's knocked down just enough so he can't tuck it home. Sanders was stuck on the far post, though, so if he could have gotten in there, it would have been a goal. Whelan looking for another. He's got 3 already. Can he get 4? No, it's broken up. Hard pass to Zox. He'll send it in, stick to into the corner by Brassel. Zox, nice job. Sets it up to Schultz. His shot is blocked away. Another breakaway. That for time from Dupuis, defended well by Sylvan, best as possible. And anyway, as he was beat. And the lacrosse.
That's going to be a penalty.
Try.
Yeah, that's going to be a penalty, Jacob.
Parker Dupuis tries to go for the lacrosse move, and it will result in the Panthers' power play. Zales to the box. I don't think I've seen that attempted at the high school level before, Ryan.
Yeah, well, that really does define your type of penalty that you want to avoid in a situation like this, because you're down by a goal, and now with Glenrock having all of the momentum, they are man up. They're on the power play. That just defines when you don't want to give up a penalty, Jacob.
And you have...
Not only that, it was a petty one, pardon me.
And you have arguably your best defenseman in the box as well. But it's a partial odd man rush. Tarasuk speeding the other way. He has a breakaway. Tarasuk, he scores! Second of the game for Igor Tarasuk. And it comes short-handed to tie the game at 3.
Tarasuk will score his second goal today, Jacob. That was when they were on the penalty kill. The speed was shown. Tarasuk does not put the brakes on. Instead of just chipping it ahead and burning the penalty kill more, the Lancers used that as a way to tie the contest. It's 3-3, Jacob, right after a very tough penalty the Lancers had to endure.
Redmond able to hold it at the point. Nice moving from Van Sickle. He takes a fall, and now 1-on-2 working the other way is Schultz. Schultz will just be forced to chip it in deep. That was really a pretty goal. Solo effort from Igor Tarasuk. Turned over again. Silva. Nice move. Lost the puck for a moment. He's held up along the wall. Redmond lets it go. It's blocked. Schultz waiting for the puck to arrive to him. Behind the net. Stolen away by Dupuis. Back to the top. Redmond to Van Sickle. Played across and it's broken up. And Silva clears it only after center ice. Schultz has been out here the entire kill. Sanders leaves it behind the net for his defenseman, Selvin. He's screamed at from his coaches, you have time. Batted down with the high stick. Panthers can't touch it, so that'll give Schultz time to clear and send it in. A nice 90-second shift for Schultz. Whelan hasn't knocked off his stick. Tarasuk going for another shorty. Tarasuk for 3. There's a delayed penalty coming up. He gets driven hard into the boards and Whelan will touch it. And this has been the Igor Tarasuk show. Short-handed, Ryan. A goal and a drawn penalty.
Jacob, he's hat-trick bound. One of those goals came short-handed. Now the Lancers are going to be on the man-up with the power play.
And in the box is Whelan. The man who scored all 3 for the Panthers. 4-on-4 for 17 seconds, followed by a minute and 42 second, power play. So it will be Silva, Schultz, Tarasuk, and Conklin out there.
It's going to be 4-on-4 for about another 10 seconds. And then Zales will be released from the box.
Breezy will just try to chip it in. Conklin picks it up. And Conklin will carry it ahead. Redmond almost turned it over. Tarasuk looking for 3. He has room. He shoots. Just misses high to the net. Schultz, patience at the point. First power play of the game for the Lancers. Silva making room for himself. Shifting, leaves for Tarasuk. He has 2 today, including a shorthanded goal. Schultz up top. Tarasuk holds the zone. He'll chip it, takes a funky bounce off the carom, the little curve connecting the bench, and that's a pass that misses and is cleared out to center ice. And it will be Tarasuk to regather his troops. Under a minute to go in this power play. Tarasuk trying to do it all himself again. He's forced to dump in.
Jacob, this young man, Tarasuk, he is substantially talented. He's been leading the Lancers' charge so far this evening. 3-3 tie contest so far.
Silva picks it up in his own ends. Silva tries to work his way in. Shifty. Gets by his own man. Has to evade the ref. And it results in clear. Some booing against the officials as interference from one results in a clear from Glenrock. Schultz touched right back up from Silva. Schultz charging in with speed, tries to cut it in front. Puck is lost and sent out.
Power play is over. Full strength.
It will be covered by Sanders. Conklin was a little lackadaisical with that puck. He was out there the whole power play though, so I'm not going to blame him.
Sanders covering that one to give the team a breather. 3-3. Remember, Jacob, there's ties in high school hockey. No overtime until we get towards the divisional cup competitions. Some counties do have a county tournament, like for example Union. They do play they do play an overtime format, not in the regular season.
Puck's played up top. Redmond gets it back in deep. Still 8.5 to go. Play to the front for Dupuis. Zox knocks it away. Back in deep. It goes, play to the front, broken up, almost trickled home. It was a whiffed shot that almost fooled Sanders. Zales softly glides in and he'll dump in. Weak back pass is broken up and collected by Redmond. Redmond works in, played across, pass a little too strong for Karatza, and the Lancers will play it out. It's Sean Chen. Chen's working 1-on-3 and he lost the puck.
Chen was dangling around, he left it behind, Jacob. Still 3-3.
A lot of players are whiffing, losing pucks in this third period. You can tell this game's been grinding and it's getting to some of the players.
I mean, every McInnes contest is physical, but this one's been a very skillful competition.
Not to that man,
right there.
Tarasuk. He's moving well. Puck comes all the way back to Plotnick. Conklin tries to chip it out. He cannot. Takes a bounce off the official. Right to a Panther, and it'll be sent in deep. Sanders holds. Remember, no trapezoid at the high school level. So goalies can play the puck from anywhere.
That's a rule I disagree with, Jacob. I think if a goalie has talent to become a sixth skater on the ice in certain situations, why not?
It's a rule that was highly disputed when it came in after the 2012-13 lockout in the National Hockey League.
It was really due to Brodeur. A very skillful goalkeeper Martin Brodeur was.
Puck's turned over. Silva leaves it into the corner. Weinrib. Puck's shot on from the far side. Tarasuk in deep. Can't clear it out. And it's a 2-on-2 rush. Here's Van Sickle, and Conklin plays that beautifully. Van Sickle gets it back out of the zone. Redmond, and he'll have to regather his troops. Pass a little far past his defense partner's stick. That one's right on cue, though, to Peck. Conklin tries to chip it out. Parisi, nice job holding. Comes to Whelan. He had it knocked off his stick. Cassesi. Zox lost the puck. Sees Cassesi has it. His shot is partially blocked. And it's gloved by Rassel. Very much a back and forward game here, Ryan.
Well, it really has been. We've seen this Livingston team. They've been led via the lowerclassmen so far. That includes Tarasuk very recently. We've also seen Zox with his first goal of his high school career.
5:45 to go. A couple players run into each other. It'll be a hand pass. and the face-off will go back into the defensive zone.
That was like a Lancer-to-Lancer collision there, Jacob. It's early in the season. Last thing you want is players injured. Thankfully, both teams don't really have too much of an injury resume. West Essex, if you remember them last year, Jacob, they had an injury resume since the beginning of the season, and it only sent them downhill. These two teams so far are staying healthy. Glen Panthers, 3-6 skaters so far today. Too ill to be in school and on the ice. However, that does not mean they are considered injured, and they will likely be back on the ice in the coming days.
Icing call. Dupuis is arguing it. Faceoff will go for in the offensive zone for Livingston. 5.5 to play. This game is going to come down to the wire.
Jacob, one thing I think that will not only affect attendance here in high school hockey, besides club hockey for the higher level players whose club seasons don't take a break, is the influenza that we've been seeing going around the area, accompanying COVID-19.
Cassesi with the steal. Cassesi is wound off the puck. Turned over though, and Cassesi tries to get it to Schultz. He'll pick it up again. Along the wall, in deep to Schultz. Schultz fights for the puck. Leaves off for Cassesi. Behind the cage, they're playing cash right now. Cassesi, Selvin bomb. Missed the net. Zox tries to get shifty behind the cage. Schultz cannot force it in front. And now Whelan. Room to play the puck one-on-one versus Selvin. His shot for the rebound is played well by the Lancers. And now Cassesi with a nice move. He'll fire it on, blocker to side, and back out.
Jacob, look at the youngster there. Open up the space and shoot from far, an on-target shot. That was impressive.
Smart play on the rush one-on-one by Finn Whelan, who knew he wasn't going to get a quality move or shot off for a goal, so he goes for the POP. There'll be an icing call here. The pass off the pad, Ryan. Livingston played it well, though. We've seen the talent from Finn Whelan. The hat trick tonight. For naming 3 stars, he's almost certainly the first.
Oh, how about Tarasuk as well?
Tarasuk in contention as well with a couple goals.
Goalkeeping, it might not fit into the 3 stars. It's been fairly impressive today. We've seen some great saves.
Both goalies have done what they've needed to do. That takes Karam off the boards almost into the stands, and the faceoff will come back into the Lancers offensive zone with 4:06 to go. This is about when Livingston scored their game winner against Governor Livingston Saturday. We'll see if maybe they turn on their engines a little bit here.
Maybe they play a little deja vu as well.
Silva is on the ice. Faceoff's one back to the point. Shot stepped into, rebounds there, and Tarasuk couldn't quite sweep it in. That was a hard shot by Plotnick. A nice move, Whelan drag, shots blocked. Silva touches it the other way. 3-on-3, Silva shot blocked into the corner. Comes to Chen. Chen gets knocked down. Tarasuk plays it, and the man falls. Chen was still down. There'll be no penalty called. Redmond spinning in the corner. Played out. Redmond at the red line. He's stripped of the puck by Silva. Here we go. Silva one-on-one. Plays it to the wall. Puck slightly knocked off his stick. Gets it back. Knocks it to Zales, and that is punched off his stick. Tarasuk gets it to Zales. Zales will chip it ahead to Zox. Silva punches it to Tarasuk. He's been on the ice for a while. His shot's blocked aside. Got a good one off. Chips it by Redmond. Tarasuk behind the net. Zales finds Cassesi. Nice touch pass to Zox. Zox will chip it in. Redmond tries to hit him. Wasn't fully committed to the check, though. So, we'll allow the Lancers to control. in the defensive zone, but it's stripped away. Nice play by Schultz. Zox is punched from behind. His shot's high and easily gloved by Brassel. Both teams really playing lockdown defense right now, Ryan.
Yeah, not only that, Schultz has been your play creator for the Lancers. He's been your quarterback so far. You saw right there him edge around a Glen Rock Panther and ship the puck. It was a gift-wrapped package to give Livingston an attacking option. Looks like Brassel's fixing his gear. His pillows have been doing great today, Jacob. He's been pushing shots left and right away from danger.
Schultz directing traffic prior to the faceoff. Brassel forced to cover, so it took a carom off the end wall. And Zoxworth had a nice play on it. Under 2 minutes left in this one. Puck's loose under a pile. Panthers pick it up, and Redmond will send it around for Brady Peck. Peck chips it out. Back in deep, it's Redmond. Sent in, no icing. And Sickle was looking for a call. It's turned over to Schultz. Schultz gets decked. Oh, and we have a penalty coming up. It's going to be a trip. And the Lancers to the power play with 1:29 to go. That will take it to the end of the game.
Visoki, he shipped him like a plane. He was horizontal in the air, Jacob. That was very physical. He was upended. Wow.
That's one way to put it. Schultz was decked.
Only 89 seconds left to play, though, Jacob. That means, as you said, the power play, and I believe the Lancers have just used the timeout to talk things over. The power play is going to take the rest of the game's worth of time. That means they just got to create shots. They're going to be on the attack.
Don't let it shorthand a goal like Glen Rock did. And Livingston will call a timeout, draw up their offensive game plan.
They're going to go to the drawing board.
Ryan, I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not 100% sure about that tripping call.
Oh, I am 100% sure. He was lifted in the sky.
Well, it looks like a clean hit to me. If there was a penalty there, I thought it would be kneeing.
Well, I don't necessarily, I agree with you. I don't necessarily agree with tripping. He didn't really fall like he was tripped. But it was definitely, a call had to come there.
Yes, I agree with that. I'm saying tripping was questionable. For the Panthers, though, nothing you can do about it now. You have to kill this, survive the game, and hope to get the tie, maybe get a short-handed goal, get the win. When you're the Lancers, take advantage, score a late game winner.
Well, Jacob, the place is going to get loud. Let's see what Conklin has coerced the team into doing here. Last minute 25 of the game.
Redmond's chips it ahead. Dupuis cuts in. Dupuis scores short-handed with 1:19 left. And Glen Rock takes a 4-3 lead.
You can hit the boards, young man. That's your 14th goal. That's a short-handed goal. Second short-handed goal of the game altogether. Glen Rock's first short-handed goal of the contest. That's with just 1:19 left to go. But they are going to play a man down for the remainder, Jacob. That doesn't change anything.
Now Lancers, though, need a goal to tie rather than a goal to win.
A tie is definitely looking like the realistic goal for the Lancers, as you said, Jacob, here on the power play, what they have to work towards.
See if they pull the goalie and go 6-on-4.
70 seconds left in the contest. I think the Lancers are going to need to have full-on pressure offensively to pull their keeper.
Tarasu gets it to Silva, back to Tarasu. He rips it high and wide.
Jacob, Sanders is still out there. Now they're going to pull him. Conklin's waving him over.
Puck's cleared down, and Sanders will stay in his cage. 45 to go. Conklin will wave him over now.
Who's the sixth man, Jacob? Sixth man's going to be Zox.
6-on-4. Drifting behind center. They score! It's a hat trick for Tarasu, and the game is tied!
Second hat trick the Devils will put on the ice this season, Jacob. It's Tarasuk, the underclassman.
Just like that, this game is tied. 33 seconds still to play. A 5-on-5 hockey.
Jacob, I'm getting vibes of this year's Army Navy football game. It was a battle. It was just a full-on battle. It went back and forth. It needed more time. Unfortunately, this contest will not get that. And the power play as well. It's completed due to the goal.
Timeout Glen Rock, it looks like now.
Jacob, it's been a shootout this past minute.
Schultz is going over to see what's going on. Why is there a face-off not being dropped? Puck not being dropped.
Jacob, Sanders is standing on the ice. We're going to see if they put him back out there. I believe so, with the face-off in the middle. There's no reason why they wouldn't pull him. It's a tie contest.
It's a tie game now. Each team's drawing up their game plan with 33 to go.
It's good to see Coach Conklin got his voice back, Jacob. That was definitely a help.
Had a cold on Saturday. Lancers still took that game 2-1.
So here we go, Jacob. 4-4. No overtime.
Lancers with their 5 best out there, and they will stay out there the remainder of this game. And Pat did come flying onto the ice as the puck comes flipped up towards near us. Pat did come flying onto the ice for Tarasuk's third goal, the game tying goal with 33 to go in period number 3.
Wow, Jacob, pulling your goalie most of the time results in giving up a goal. The Lancers worked out for him. Obviously being on the power play, making it a 2-man advantage.
Zales chips it in. Redmond picks it up. Stolen by Silva, and the Panthers will get it back. Cleared out to center ice. Maybe one more rush.
This will be Glen Rock's second tie of the season.
Tripping call isn't called. 1 second to go. Shot wide. Whistle. Horn. They all blew. This one will end in a tie. 4-4 at Cody Arena. The Lancers will move to 2-0-1 as there is extracurricular activity in the corner. Panthers will move to 0-1-2, their second tie in a row. If you're the Lancers, when you let up that shorthanded goal, obviously we don't want to let up that shorthanded goal, but after you're doing that tie, clearly favorable result. And teams will meet at center ice for a face-off. Ryan, final thoughts?
Well, I think with the power play on top of pulling the goalie, that helped the Lancers get back into this one. But prior to that one, we've really seen both teams' defense lacking when controlling the puck this contest on the power play. That's the second shorthanded goal we saw today.
Thank you, Ryan. That will do it from Cody Arena in West Orange, New Jersey. For the last time that I am Jacob Gordon, I'm joined by Ryan Lowry and Walker Muhammad on camera. Thank you, and have a fantastic rest of your evening.
He's going to take it himself for a championship!
A double play wins it from Fraser. To the end zone. What a catch. McKay, touchdown.